Today, we are going to talk about a man who was unjustly imprisoned in Japan for almost 50 years. Iwao Hakamada, a former professional Japanese boxer, was acquitted after spending nearly 50 years on death row, marking one of the most emblematic cases of injustice in Japan's criminal history. Accused in 1966 of murdering his boss and the boss's family, Hakamada was sentenced to death 2 years later, based on a confession obtained under torture after 20 days of intense interrogation. He later retracted his confession, claiming he had been forced to admit the crime under beatings and abuse. Nevertheless, the conviction stood, and he remained on death row for nearly half a century. The recent decision by the Shizuoka District Court to acquit Hakamada exposed the deep flaws in Japan's judicial system, which is often criticized for its reliance on confessions obtained through coercion. Hakamada's case reignited the debate over the death penalty in the country and revealed the abusive practices within Japan's judicial system, long targeted by human rights groups like Amnesty International. Hakamada is the fifth person in post-war Japan to be acquitted after being sentenced to death, but his case is particularly painful due to the long time he spent awaiting execution. Groups such as Amnesty International criticized Japan's judicial system for relying on confessions obtained under pressure, often without sufficient evidence, raising doubts about the integrity of many convictions. At 88 years old, Hakamada now bears the deep scars of a life unjustly taken from him. The physical and psychological suffering of spending so many years on death row, often without hope, is immeasurable. Although he may receive compensation of more than 200 million yen, approximately $1.3 million, nothing can restore the years he lost. His acquittal, however, marks a milestone not only in his personal life, but also in the global fight against judicial errors, serving as a powerful reminder of the urgent need for deep reforms in Japan's justice system. Hakamada's case symbolizes the fight against injustices committed in the name of justice and highlights the dangers of a system that relies too heavily on confessions, often extracted abusively. He has become an icon of resilience in the face of adversity and a living example of how judicial errors can devastate a person's life.